streaming isn't available right now. Oké. Maar het is pas live als ik hier klik op.
Ja.
Of zijn we live?
Ja. En nu moet je switchen, dat is nu 2 scènes. De stalking. Weet je, daar klik je gewoon op en je bent meteen geswitcht.
Vind jij al meer al?
Ja, ik kan gewoon.
Dan ziet je al iets.
Nee, je moet hem op go live klikken, hè. And we're live. We're live, Jill.
Are we live?
We're
Okay.
live.
Awesome.
What's up, guys? I'm sorry, we're trying to figure out how to do all this live stuff.
Yeah, it's our first time here, so.
Yeah. So, can you guys hear us? Let's start with a technical checkup.
Audio in one ear only.
Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, I know what it is. Hang on, guys. Properties. No. Let me check the camera for that.
How is the audio, guys? Do you hear it crisp and clear? I'm actually following all of the comments right here. And then we have a second monitor where I'm going to edit on. Where are Janik and Lorenzo? Well, Janik is currently editing, and Lorenzo, I think he already left because he had some things to do. Just the left audio is working well. Jordy's trying to fix that currently. How is the audio right now, guys?
Still on the left. Hang on.
The sound is horrible. The audio is bad. Very low, not crisp at all. And some others can hear it nicely. Sounds like in a tunnel. Somehow robotic, like someone is speaking inside a box. We're trying to fix it, guys. It's our first time here.
One moment. Aha. There we go. What about now?
How is the audio right now, guys? Audio is good? Now the audio is good, not bad.
Okay.
Okay.
We're using the internal mic from the laptop real quick. I think for now that's going to be good. We're going to fix that. We can also use this mic right here.
The Audio Technica mic.
And I shouldn't be pulling that too hard. That's not good. This mic right here.
So welcome in our studio.
I'm also going to check if the settings here are right as well. Yep, everything right. There we go. Audio nice. Good.
Okay.
All right, we're all set up for that. Okay.
Great.
Good job, Jill. I'm going to do
Jordy.
something else now.
Bye.
Bye.
Everyone say bye to Jordy.
There's actually a stair down here. There's actually a stair down here. You know, just take the stairs.
There's actually no audio in the left side.
Still not?
No, it's still only on the right channel. Maybe we can fix it.
That's very strange. Properties.
Now they can hear us. Yeah, okay. Now they can hear us, but only on one side.
Is it? I'm actually wondering, is it this? Okay, so the sound is coming from that mic. That is strange. Okay, just give me one more minute.
We're trying to fix it, guys. We're trying to fix it. It's our first time going live on this channel. So, Yeah, we still have some technical difficulties. But anyway, today we're going to make an Instagram post for the main channel, so Cinecom, and it's going to be an advertisement for this channel, Premiere Basics. So I want you guys to comment down below in the comments, do you want to make a square video for the Instagram post?
Yep.
That was Jordy. Do you want to make a story, which is going to be around 15 seconds long, or do you want us to make like a vertical post for Instagram, or just a horizontal post? But that's actually the easiest one, so let's not do that maybe. So leave that down in the comments. What do you want to make today? What kind of post for
really
Instagram?
strange. I have no idea how to get it to... Linked. It says linked.
Jay's Film says, if you're using OBS, you may need to add another microphone from the boom.
Yeah, and we have actually the boom selected, but it's coming in as a mono on a stereo.
And he donated.
Oh, thank you so much, Jay. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. So now we also have to make sure that the audio is correct.
Yeah.
How does this work?
Maybe in the audio settings. Settings button right here. And then audio.
Oh, yeah. Aha, mono. Done. What about now? Still coming from one side, or do you guys hear us from both sides? Is it good now? I hope it's good.
Okay, I see a lot of squares, so today we're going to make a
Start.
square post.
Fine audio, yeah? Okay. I can actually check it here. It's set to, yeah, it is set to mono. It's very strange, actually. It is set to mono.
Still one side.
Still one side.
Let's maybe set it back to stereo.
Yeah, but it should be. This is stupid. Wait.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
You can pronounce the name, Jill.
Oh, this one is difficult. Dhananjay Sharma, I think. Thank you for donation.
You know what, guys? We're just gonna start with the live stream. I'm really sorry. I'd say just put in one ear and listen to music at the other here. I'm really sorry about this. We're going to fix this next time. I have no idea. Everything is set to mono, so I have no idea what the problem is.
We'll fix it
We'll
for
fix
next
it
time.
later. So sorry, guys.
Okay, anyway, let's get started. So I'm gonna go into Premiere Pro. Here it is. We're gonna go to File, add a new project. Come on. Bam, here it is. Let's go to our desktop. Live stream number 1. Select the folder. And we're going to name this Instagram post. Premiere is super slow. Bam, here it is. Okay. By the way, guys, if Premiere crashes for any reason, I have a whiteboard right here and a marker, so we can count all of the crashes. Okay, let me check the comment section first. Audio is looking nice. Okay, let's get started. First off, well, this workspace looks great. Let's take some footage here. So I'm gonna go to my desktop. I already have some footage. I have some light leaks and some flares. Some music. We have a giant library of music coming from all places like Storyblocks, Artlist, Epidemic Sound, and many more other websites. And I just put some music in this folder. Then this is the basic music that we also use for our intro on the channel. Then we have some of the elements that we always use for our intro and outro, and the logos. But we don't have any actual footage. So first we're gonna go build an intro, I think. Let's start with our logo, which is this one right here. And what do you guys want? A square post, a story post, or a vertical post? Let's see in the comments what you guys are saying. You can't see my cursor. That's weird. Hold on, I'm gonna fix that. Now you should see my cursor. Here it is. Okay. So, what kind of post should we make? Square or vertical? Let me know, because we have to make a sequence first, of course. I see a lot of square already. Let's make a square one. So we're gonna hit Ctrl N, which is gonna go into the sequence menu. We're gonna go to settings. Here we're gonna add a custom sequence. And a square post is always 1080 by 1080, because that's the max resolution that Instagram can handle. Everything else is looking good. I'm gonna set this to QuickTime and then to Apple ProRes 422. I'm gonna name this one Instagram posts PB, which stands for Premiere Basics, of course. Hit OK. Here we have our sequence now. So first I'm gonna drag my logo in here, and it's actually ginormous. So we're gonna scale it down a bit, and this looks great. Okay, now we have to think about the fact that people are gonna watch this on their phone, so it can't be too small but also not too big. All right, let me check the comment section real quick. Oh, now you guys are saying vertical as well. Well, let's make a vertical as well. Let's hit Ctrl N, settings. If you want to make a vertical post for stories, you're gonna go to custom first here. Then it's 1080 by 1920, which is actually the 16 by 9, but then instead of horizontally, it's vertically. When you go to another Instagram post, just like normal post, and want to make that vertical as well, you don't have to do the 1080 by 1920, because that's going to be quite long and quite like the width isn't that great. It doesn't fill the entire screen because Instagram compresses it a bit. So we're gonna go for 1080 by 1350, and that's actually a 4x5 post. And that's actually better if you want to post a vertical post on Instagram. Hit QuickTime and Apple ProRes 422. Now this thing right here, it's for when you're rendering, and the quality of this is just better in general than the iframe format. So when you're rendering and you want to export, you can hit the use preview files button or checkbox, and that way it uses these files. So I'm gonna put this to vertical post. Bam. But we're gonna start off in the square post. So we've got our logo here. Okay, and we're going to animate it. I'm first gonna zoom into my timeline by hitting Z and then pushing a couple of times. You can also just hit Alt and scrolling, or you can use the levers right here. Then we're gonna widen these by hitting Alt again and just scrolling. Voila, let's put it on track number 1. So what I want is my logo to come on screen, and then I don't know, maybe let's resize it just a bit, and then it has to go off screen again. So we're gonna hit effects panel right here and then go to the transform effect, which you can find in the distortion map here. Let's put it on the clip. Here we go. And then we're gonna go a couple of frames further. Yeah, that should be all right. We're gonna uncheck this box right here, use the composition's shutter angle, and we're going to give it 180 as a shutter angle. your cursor is too big. Well, I can't change the actual size of my cursor, I think. Sorry for that, but that way you see where I click on. Then we have the position, and we're going to keyframe it. It stands right here in the middle of our screen. Same with the scale. We're going to zoom in here just a bit. Go to the beginning of our clip, and I'm going to rescale this to 95%, maybe to 90. Oh, hi, Jordy.
Hi. So in the meantime, I was kind of looking online. I might have found a fix. There we go. Test 1, 2. We
now
are.
I see 2 channels.
We are in 2 channels. We are both ears now. So sorry for that, guys. Enjoy the live stream.
Thank you, Jordy. Thank you. So where were we? Okay, we were in Premiere Pro, and we just rescaled it. Now I'm going to change the position, and we're gonna make it come off screen. And as you can see, there's some motion blur starting already, and that's because we did this right here. We put the shutter angle to 180 degrees. So let's make it fully off screen, and let's play this first. Okay. That's great, but something is missing, and that's the keyframes easing. So that means that we're going to select the first keyframes right here, right click on them, temporal interpolation, ease out, and this will create, if we open it up here, nice curve. Now we're going to take the last keyframes and hit ease in. Let's play it again. Way better. Nice. Okay, let's check the comment section real quick. Okay, so it looks like the audio is perfect right now. Oh, I see that someone donated $25. Thank you for that. Thanks a lot. Let's check how many viewers we have. Where can I find that? Let's check it out. Okay, 140 currently. That's nice, super nice. Okay, let's get back to our effects. So we've created a first animation where the logo is coming in. Of course, we want the logo to go out as well. So let's keep it on screen for about 3 seconds. Let's trim it down. And just gonna close this up again. What we can actually do is first place our keyframes here, and we go a bit back in time, keyframe it again. Now these keyframes are the same as these, okay? And then the final keyframes, we're going to, whoops, 1 frame further. Then we're going to add another position, and it's going to be on the right side. And once again, we see a lot of motion blur, which we really like. Voila. And the scale back to 90%. And why do I add the extra scaling? Well, it just gives that extra little feeling. And it's just a little bit nicer. Well, I see some extra tip here. You can set short keys for the ease in and ease out. How can we do that? Well, if you want to add short keys for that, I actually have them on my computer, not on the laptop right here. We can just go to Edit, then Keyboard Shortcuts right here. We can use the, I think it's just ease in. Let me check. And here it is. Keyframe interpolation, temporal interpolation, and then you can just set a shortcut right here for the ease in and ease out keyframing. But I'm not gonna do that on this laptop right here. So let's check. It's coming in and it's going out. Looks nice, looks nice. The song name for the intro. Well, we're gonna add the song right now maybe. Let's double click. Music for intro. I'm not sure which one it is exactly, so let's just go back and take the entire folder. Voila, let's have a listen. Okay, so that appears to be not the right music, unfortunately. And I think it's coming from either Audio Jungle or Storyblocks, or I'm not sure exactly. But let's just add the other music that I found here. These are some really nice songs, so let's add the entire folder. And maybe we can just use one of these songs. Let's have a listen. Okay. Okay. Those are both about a minute long. I love the build up here, this part. So maybe we can set an in point right here. And not point right here. It's about 20 seconds, 26 seconds. Okay. So that's, I think that's good enough for just a short Instagram post. So let's take the audio and drag it into our timeline. Hold Alt and scroll with your mouse wheel, and then we can expand this right here. Okay, now let's go zoom out a bit like this. Put this on track number 2, and let's have a quick look. I don't know if you can hear it, but Janik is shouting, "Hey guys!" Yeah, Janik, what's wrong?
I like your animation.
Thank you, Janik. He likes my animations. Okay, where were we? We just have to find the right place now. If you hold Alt and press the arrow keys, you can actually, let me zoom in just a bit. You can actually change the position by 1 frame. Super useful, especially when you're trying to sing something. Okay, that's good already, but I think the music here is coming in way too loud, so we're gonna play a bit with the music. With the P on your keyboard, or just the pen tool right here, we can add some keyframes in the audio right here. Let's drag this one down to here, minus infinity, and then we can have a build up here. That's nice already. Go back to work, Janik. Schedule is tight. That's true. He has to finish Copycat Friday. Although it's Monday. But he has to finish it. Janik, catch the intro. Nice one. Let me have a quick look here at the rest of the comment section. Or you can also hold, indeed, the Ctrl key while you're clicking here, and that also places a keyframe. Indeed. Okay, let me bring back OBS here. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is actually maybe create a white background for the logo, and then we can play around with that background to let some footage come on screen. Let's do that. So go back here to our main project, either right click and select new item, or go to the new item icon right here and select color matte. This is gonna be our sequence setting, so the width is gonna be 1080, height is gonna be 1080 as well. This is all correct, just hit OK, and we're going to select pure white. Bam, and we're going to hit, we're going to name this white background. Oh, background. Bam. Let's drag it here. Okay. Zoom out a bit. And we're going to make that the entire duration. That's cool already. But I have a drop in the music here, and I want to do something with the logo over there. So maybe we can make like a small bounce effect, which we can actually do with the same effect that is already applied to it, which is the transform effect right here. So what we can do is place a keyframe for the scaling. Oh, let's go back here for the scaling, and maybe one for the rotation. And we're gonna go a bit further in time, maybe 2 frames. The scale is gonna be, let's do 107 maybe. Okay, and the rotation is gonna be maybe 5. Okay, and then 2 frames further, we're gonna hit -5. Still the same scaling, yeah. 2 frames further. Now we're gonna scale it back to 105 maybe. Here we're gonna go for 3. 2 frames further, -3. 2 frames further, we're gonna hit 1. 2 frames further, -1. 2 frames further in time, 0. Let's zoom in just a bit. And here we see all the keyframes that we just created. Let's have a look. Okay, and as you can see, something is wrong. It's not going exactly as we want. And that's because the anchor point isn't exactly in the middle, I think. Let's play it. I actually kind of like it when it's kind of off-centered like that. But we forgot a keyframe here. We're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, oh, 1 here. And we're gonna hit 103, 1, 2, 2, and I'm gonna go back to 100. Let's zoom in a bit more. I kind of like this already. What do you guys think? Let me check the comment section real quick. Play a bit of music. Well, we can try to play a bit of music, but the thing is, I'm not sure what it's gonna do with all of the you know, copyrights and stuff like that. And also, we need to edit to the beat. So yeah, we can't do that, I think. Okay, but this is already looking quite good in my opinion. It's like the bass of the music is kind of giving like a boom to the logo. I kind of like it. Now these keyframes are eased, and I kind of like the way it is like this, but these aren't eased. They're quite harsh in the animation, but that's what I kind of like. It's going really rough. So I think I'm gonna keep it like this. Okay. And here is another like boom in the music. So I think we need to do something over there as well. Let me check. Okay. So what can we do there? Well, let's go to the effects maybe and do an invert maybe. Let's invert the colors just for a bit. And then on the next boom in the music, we're just gonna reverse it back to the original colors. So video effects channel invert. Here we are. I'm gonna collapse this one right here, the transform effect. Bam. Wow, what a difference suddenly. Okay, blend with original. That's what we want to animate, this right here, because we want it to be on this piece of music. So here I'm gonna do a keyframe. I'm gonna go a bit back in time, and here it's gonna be 100. I'm going to ease this, ease out, ease in. Okay. Here's our next hit in the music. So another keyframe, a couple of frames further. and back to 100%. Nice, and now we have a final hit right here. So what are we gonna do with that? You guys may choose. What are we gonna do with the final hit in the music? Our logo needs to be animated just a little bit more. But what are we gonna do? I see that Cinecom also joined the live stream. That's probably Janik, who should be working actually. So leave some comments in the comment section for Janik, because Copycat Friday needs to be finished. I'm not even sure what they are doing. Okay, so I'm still waiting for, I like the background. Whose ID was that? This background right here, that's made by Jordy. Another shake, okay. Well, if you want another shake, we can just actually copy and paste these, or we can make a little bit of a different shake. Let's do the second thing. So, on the previous shake, I kind of enlarged the logo, so let's maybe rescale it to like 90% or maybe 95 now. So we're going to go to the scaling, yep, and a couple of frames further, 95, a couple of frames further, let's go for 96, a couple of frames further, 93, a couple of frames further, and we're going back to 96. And I think we're already too far now. Let's check. That's actually quite cool. Okay, and another shake in the rotation as well. A glitch effect. A glitch effect. We can add that as well. But first I'm going to change the rotation here. So let's go one frame. Okay, then. Let's go for 5 again. Then -5. 3. -3. 1. -1. And 0. Okay, let's have a look at our effect. Okay, I kind of like it already. Maybe let's add a glitch on this effect right here, on the invert effect. So what we can do is look for glitch, but there's only the VR digital glitch effect. I'm not sure if I like that one, so let's have a look first. This could be maybe something when it's together with the invert effect. So let's see what. Yeah.
I want you to speak louder.
You want me to speak louder? Okay. Okay, I will speak a bit louder then. I'm sorry, guys. So we're currently using the VR digital glitch effect. So let's add a bit of more of distortion right here first. I'm going to use the sliders, and let's see what it does. Oh, it's going really, really small, so I'm going to scale this to like a 150. No, let's do 200, 400. Here we go. I'm not sure if it's going to do a lot. Oh yeah, I see the red lines already. Okay. Then the point of interest. Let's see. Is it doing anything? No, it isn't. Let's go back. Okay, the master amplitude. This is going to be the effect itself. So how much of a glitch do we want? First, let's go to the invert effect to see that we are on the right keyframes. So it's going to be here, and here is going to start the effect. So here, let's put a keyframe on the master amplitude. Then we're going to hit this button so it's lined up with the same timing as the keyframe from the invert effect. And let's put it to 100. Let's ease those keyframes. Ease out, ease in. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's get back to that keyframe. I'm not liking it. It has to be a little bit different. So let's see what we can add here. Maybe a bit of noise, not too much. Something like this. The distortion should be a bit different as well. Maybe let's play around with this. Let's go to the first keyframe, put it to -90, hit the keyframe button, then go to the next keyframe and make it 90. Ease out and ease in. Let's see what it does. Let's slow this down just a bit. All right. Okay. Then we're going to add some random seed maybe. Why not? Not too much. Okay, and we can animate this as well if we want to. So let's go to the first keyframe, make it 0, 0. Then go to the next keyframe and not too much. Let's go for about 25. Let's ease it out and ease that back in. Okay. But actually, we can go back here and go to the last keyframe here and drag this one all the way over there, that it keeps on glitching. Okay, looks quite good. Not perfect though, because we have our final keyframes here from the invert effect, and on that same timing our other keyframes have to disappear as well, of course. Let's have a look. So it was just this one and the distortion. Here, the color evolution. We can also get that here. Place it there and okay. And we'll go to this one. We already put a keyframe. Next one, and it should be back to 0. Fit the screen right here. Let's go a bit back in time. Okay, that's already a cool intro for our logo, but it's only like 4:20 long. 4 minutes and about 20 seconds. 4:20, guys. Who knew? It's just a coincidence. Okay, let's check the comment section real quick. Every time you're posting in these settings, the edges of your video are cut. Anything wrong? Well, we're going into the export settings real quick at the last part of this video, if there's enough time. And let's have a look at those export settings. And we'll try to fix your issue. Yeah, so you guys see the system issues found right here. It's just a driver issue on our laptop right here. It's nothing to worry about. There's nothing wrong with our Premiere, hopefully. But maybe let's save already. So hit Ctrl and S. Quite important, especially when it's going to crash. Not sure, but who knew? Okay, so we've got our logo. That's already real cool. Maybe we can add like a light leak at the end and make that as a transition to another clip. So first I'm gonna reorder this a bit. So I'm gonna go make it assets, put my white background in the assets folder, my logo in the assets folder, and I'm gonna make a new bin for my sequences and take my two sequences and take them both into the sequence folder. This looks way more organized already. Will this video be saved? Well, we're going to save it and we're going to finish it if there isn't enough time in the live stream, and then you can see it either on our community page on YouTube or on the Instagram page of cinecom.net, which is I think Team Cinecom on Instagram, or Cinecom Team. I'm not entirely sure actually. So, well, you know what? Since you guys have been asking for the export settings, let's have a look at that first, because if there isn't enough time in this video, maybe there isn't time to show you. So let's go to that first. So we're gonna hit Ctrl M when we're in the timeline, which will bring us to our export settings. It's here. So whoop. These are the export settings. The export settings, as you can see right here. Now what you want to do is just match the source. It's just the same source as our timeline right here. It's alright, you can see it right here, 1080 by 1080. That's what we want actually for Instagram. Let's scroll down just a bit. Now with the new Premiere Pro, you can do some hardware encoding. If that isn't available, just use the software encoding. Hardware encoding tends to go a bit faster, but it depends on your computer, of course. And let's have a look at this one right here. The compression, the bitrate. So Instagram already makes a specific compression of your video. Maybe that's the reason why your edges are being cut or why the video quality isn't really good. So you don't want to get the bitrate too high, otherwise Instagram really has to compensate with the compression, and that way it won't look really good. So I tend to go to around 10, maybe even 8, but don't go over, I would say, 14. That's already really high for Instagram. So that's the only thing that you want to do. If you have already rendered your timeline and this line here is green, then you can hit the use previews button, but we haven't done that already, so let's not do that. And then you can just export it.
I'm leaving.
Okay, bye Janik. Janik is leaving, guys. Okay, but where were we? We were inside Premiere Pro and we were going to add some light leaks and flares. So let's go into our folder and we have some light leaks and flares right here. Jill needs some coffee. Well, actually guys, I don't drink coffee. I try to stay awake by just being myself without any caffeine or other stuff. Although I do drink G Fuel, thanks to Lorenzo. Okay, so let's have a look real quick at our lens flares. Okay, I really like this one. It's anamorphic, it says. These are from Storyblocks Video, or Video Blocks as mentioned here, which is an online library where you can find a lot of clips, and maybe we can even go there and download a couple of these. Let's have a look at these ones. Ooh, these ones are really nice as well. And what's this one? Maybe we can put this behind our logo and let it follow our logo. Let's try that. Is it just one? Yeah, it's just one. Okay, so let's put this one track higher. You can either drag it or hit Alt and the arrow keys up or down. So let's drag the lens flare, and it's actually a bit too big. So let's see, if we hit motion here, we can see the size. Okay, but that's okay. It's 1080, 1920 by 1080. But we can reposition it just a bit, maybe like this, or maybe just keep it in the middle. Let's keep it just in the center of the frame. And we're going to add the blend mode screen to get rid of the black background. But of course, because we have a white background, you won't be able to see the light. So we're going to have to fix that, or we can just look for another. Maybe let's just play around with this just a bit. Okay, let's right click in them, apply a default transition. Okay, now we're gonna hit R, which is the rate stretch tool, and we're going to make it the same size as this one. If we zoom in, Normally we can see that we have altered it, but apparently, oh, here it is. It's just really small. So it's 165% now, the speed. Let's have a look. Okay, I actually don't really like it. Maybe let's switch the position of the logo and the flare. Let's see what that does. And what if we now go back and hit the screen? Okay, now our logo looks a bit more premium. Maybe put it to 75% opacity. Okay, I like this. And that's how we get creative, guys. Instead of putting it back here, let's just switch those up and bam, we have something entirely different, but it looks cool as well. Let's have a look at the time. It's almost 4:20. Normally we were going to do a 1 hour live stream, but yeah, we lost a bit of time with the technical difficulties in the beginning of this video. So let's see, maybe we can split it up in 2 live streams, or maybe we're just going to finish it when the live stream is over. But let's have a look what we can do now. We're going to add some extra footage. So I'm going to go on Storyblocks real quick. Let's see. Okay. See if we can. Why isn't it doing? Okay. Okay, video. Let's see what happens when you do this. No. Okay, so I can't show the Storyblocks website because we have some things here that you can't see, some secrets. But let's look for some images of travel, because we actually made a travel map last week. And let's have a look. Okay, this one is cool. 4K, yes. Let's download this. Let's see, it's going quite fast. Okay, that's good. Then we're going to look for another one. Or we can just take our map from previous week. Let's do that. So I'm going into my folders. You can't see what I'm doing now. Let's change the OBS here to just me. Because I'm going into my secret Cinecom folders. And we can't show everything that's inside there because there are some things that you can't see because they still have to be put online. So let's go here. Premiere Basics. Tutorials. And let's go to the travel map effect, which we made last week. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Okay, so let's drag it into Premiere Pro. See if it works. Yes, here it is, our travel map intro that we made last week. So this was the advanced version where I added some extra elements. Oh, you can't see it because I have to go here, of course. So this was the travel map, as you can see. And I made it a little bit more advanced by just placing a mask on top of... I placed a mask on top of India. I have to speak louder, apparently. So I put a mask on top of India, and I placed some footage beneath that mask, and that's why you see a lot of footage here. Now the footage of the airplanes right here, I made that possible by just placing it on top of the travel map. I made a mask here with a lot of feathering, and I lowered the opacity, I think maybe 10 or 15%. So that's how we created this one. Let's place this here as well. Let's drag it. Bam. Now this is in 4K resolution. As you can see, I'm going to the effect controls, motion. You can't even see the borders, and that's because it's 4K. So let's resize it to the right size, like this. And then we can animate the position from this point right here. We're going to the beginning of our clip, place a keyframe, and we're going to the end of our clip, and then we're going to drag the position so that you can see what's happening. Maybe let's already stop here, otherwise you can't see the final effect. Looks good. How can we make this even cooler? Well, let's zoom in. And indeed, we flew from Belgium to India right here, because I really want to visit India. So I'm gonna make a duplicate of this layer by holding Alt while dragging it up. And here we have our duplicate. Now I'm going to rescale this again and make it a bit smaller. I'm going to delete those keyframes. Hit here, and then I'm going to hit the reset parameter. Bam, now it's in the middle and it's also rescaled. And now you have a better view of our effect, but of course it's also in the background and I don't really like it that way. So what we can do now is go to Effects, go to Gaussian Blur, it's right here, and drag it onto our bottom layer. So the travel map intro right here, and we're gonna go for a blurriness of around 60. And then we're gonna hit this checkbox right here, repeat edge pixels. And what that will do is, as you can see right here on the border, it kind of creates a kind of feather. We don't want that. We want it to go from this side right here to this side without feathering it. So, bam, looks better. Let's play it. Okay, this looks nice. Let's have a look. What else can we do? Maybe add a drop shadow effect to the upper layer. Drop shadow. Okay, we can see a small shadow. Let's put the opacity to 100. And let's change the distance like this. Soften it a bit. Okay. And since our light source is coming from here, inside of the video that we've made, it's quite nice that the shadow is on the bottom because we have the light here and the shadow right here. And as you can see, that was an autosave, which is really nice inside Premiere. I highly recommend autosaving, and maybe even do it every 5 minutes. If you're not sure how to do that, we can go just to the settings and do it right over there. Here in the preferences, we can go to autosave, and normally, yeah, here. So this autosaves every 15 minutes. We can make it 5, even 2, even 1 minute. But I'm gonna leave it like this, just for now. So that's cool already. Now I want to give this effect a name so that viewers on Instagram can see what the effect was called and maybe look it up. So we're gonna add a text layer by Ctrl T, and it's right here. Then I'm gonna go to my window menu right here and go to the Essential Graphics panel. I'm not sure where it's gonna open. Oh, it's gonna go open here. That's great. We're going to edit, and then we're going to edit this layer right here. I'm gonna name it Travel Map Intro. Intro, like that. Select everything by hitting Ctrl A, And then I'm going to leave the color to white maybe, but I'm going to add a little bit of shadow and set the opacity of it to 100. We're gonna change the font. Let's take, what do you want? Roboto. Yes, let's take Roboto, and we'll make it black. And that makes it like really bold, really thick. That's how I like it. Then we're going to center it in the center, of course, and then align it like this. But we're going to change the position of the text layer. So we have to go to vector motion and scale it up to around there. Let's have a look. Okay. But there's a giant light source here and the text isn't really visible in my opinion. So maybe we can place it here. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to align it to the center and bam, here we have it. Travel map intro. Maybe let's scale it down just a bit. Not too much, to around 85. And let's place it just a little bit below the effect. Align it again and voila. Let's zoom out here. We're going to close this panel by right clicking on it. Close panel. Okay, let's play it from the beginning. Okay, when our logo is going off screen right here, it leaves kind of an empty space here. So maybe let's animate it so that the logo is flying off screen while this one is coming on screen. So let's take these. I'm going to hold shift and drag them upwards. Take these ones and place them here. What else can we do with this? Let's zoom in just a bit. And here, so here we have our, what was it again? Our flare. Here we have the logo, which is already animated. And when this is going off screen, here I'm going to make these appear, because now the cut is really hard and we don't want that. So let's have a look. What can we do with this? Well, we can nest these if we want, and then it's going to apply all of the effects to all three of those layers, which is actually quite nice because we want it to be bundled together. So let's nest those, and we're gonna call it travel map intro. Why is it placing a space here? I don't want that. Bam, here we have our nested video. Once again, we're going for the transform effect, or let's do something cooler. Let's go for the crop effect. We haven't used that one already, so let's use the crop effect. And what this will do is, as you can see, when you crop this, it creates this. You know, it's cropping the side where you're choosing. So now I'm choosing the left side, and it's cropping the image from there. So we can animate this, of course. And let's go to this time right here where the logo is completely off screen, and we're going to kind of make what's it called, black bars, but not really black bars like cinemascopes. But we're not gonna do that, but we're gonna make it like open up. So I'm gonna have to animate the top one and the bottom one. So let's paste some keyframes on there. Go to the beginning of our clip. Let's zoom in here. And we're gonna set the top to, I think, 50, yes, and the bottom to 50 as well. Let's ease those keyframes, or isn't that possible? Oh, it's actually not possible with this effect. Oh, it is. I was just right-clicking on the wrong space. Ease out and ease in. Let's have a look. it's nice, but it's going way too fast. So let's drag it a bit more underneath the logo. And replace these keyframes. Let's have a look. Okay, so first it was the... Okay, let's position it right here. So first we have the bounce, and then bam. And I like the way that this is looking, like it's opening up, but we already have the logo right here. So we have two elements in play at the same time, and this creates kind of a dynamic feeling, which I really like actually, and I hope the viewers do too. And it kind of looks like a Pokeball to me, like, you know, the Pokeball logo. Here should be red and here should be white. I don't know, it just reminds me of that. Let's have a look again at the comment section. Let's have a look. I thought you were all in California. Well, actually no, we're in Belgium. We're in Belgium. Yes, let's have a look. Oh, so our Storyblocks video also downloaded. Let's show it in our folder. And let's first go to the project here. And let's take it inside Premiere. Okay. So what we have right here is a shot of a globe which is turning around, and there's like a kind of what's it called, a time lapse of the sky in the background. And it's also already animated, as I can see. There's like a position animation. So either they did it in post, or it was shot with a tilt movement of the camera. Can be either one of those. Let's take a piece of this by the in point I placed by placing the I keyframe, and I'm going to set an out point with the O keyframe. So IO, import and in point and out point. That's it. Let's drag in the timeline. Maybe somewhere here. So we have our intro. We have an effect, and this one is 4K. So what we can do is actually right click on it and select scale to frame size. And as we can see, it's now positioned in here. But once we go to our effect controls, let's close this panel. Voila. And now we can rescale it a bit so it fits our screen like this. And I think I'm going to animate the position. So I place a keyframe right here, go a bit further in time, and animate the position so it's kind of in the center like this. Right click, temporal interpolation, ease out, and here we place ease in on the keyframe. Now this is going to be a bit too fast for me, so what I'm gonna do is drag this a bit out, and here we have like small handles. I don't know if you can see them. Let's zoom in just a bit. These handles are used for the velocity of your animation, which is also really useful. So let's drag this one out until here, and that means that it's going smoother in the beginning, a little bit faster here, and it eases back in. Okay, and I'm also going to animate the height position. And this way, the top of the world ball right here, the globe, will stay around the same, but I'm going to I'm going to adjust these just a tiny bit. But what you can see now is that we also have to rescale it, of course. So let's hit a keyframe in the beginning. Let's go to our last keyframe and hit the scale button just a tiny bit like this. got to ease them. Ease out and ease in. Okay, I like the fact that it's going slower when the music is hitting the. Let's have a look. Let's drag it out until here. Ooh, nice. Okay, now as you can see, I placed this clip on top of this one a little bit, and we're going to animate it as well with the transform tool. Here it is, and let's set the position, keyframes, maybe a scaling keyframe, and uncheck this box right here, set the shutter angle to 180, and go to the beginning of our clip, and it can come from the top. Yeah, let's place it here, and the scale to 95. Take the first keyframes, right click on them, temper interpolation, ease out. Take the last keyframes and ease them in, and this will create this. But on the same time, we're going to animate the nest as well. So place the transform effect on there, and we're gonna place first the shutter angle to 180. Let's place a position keyframe and a scale keyframe. Yeah, let's go to the last keyframe right here, and then it should go off screen, but let's disable this for a moment like this, and it can go to 95%. Let's ease those keyframes. Let's disable this track, able this track again. Okay. Okay, so we're not gonna animate the scale too much, because otherwise we will see those white borders. And why is that? Well, it's because we nested our clip to the canvas size. In this case, it's a square size. So the actual video goes beyond these borders, but the nesting made it, cut it actually right here. So we're not gonna animate the scaling. We're gonna delete the last keyframe here. And we're also going to adjust the keyframe here. So let's see, let's zoom in just a bit. If we can play around with these, and we can stitch those two a little bit more together, and that way it looks like the top clip is pushing the bottom clip down and replacing it with this clip. Okay, let's see. Oh, of course you can't really see it because I'm here in OBS. Okay, let me check here. Let's go up. Bam, now I can see it. Okay, let's have a look at the time. Oh, it's already 4:40. Okay, so actually we're at 12 seconds now, so we can make this an Instagram story if we want to. Let's do that and wrap it up. Let's wrap up the live stream. So let's close these panels, and let's place these inside a new bin, which I'm gonna call footage. So these two, bam. This was a nest, which I'm gonna place in my sequence folder. Gonna go into my sequence folder, create a new sequence, just hit Ctrl and N, and then we're going to settings, custom and make it 1080 by 1920. Okay, now we actually can take everything that's inside here, Ctrl A, Ctrl C, go in here, Ctrl V, and okay, now we have our story. But of course, our story is a bit larger than the regular square post, so let's resize our background. This actually doesn't do a real harm to it because it's just a white, plain white background. Now the logo we can rescale as well. Let's put it to this size right here. This one can be scaled just a little bit as well, not too much though. Okay. Now actually we don't need the nest here, but we're still going to use it because that way our effects are staying on the nest, and we're just going to scale this as well. Let's have a look, because of course our what's it called, the text layer is inside the nest and we don't want that to disappear. So let's have a look, maybe like this. And what we're going to do, let's drag these up, is go inside our rushes again, or our footage, and we can place a travel map intro beneath it once again, and take the Gaussian effect back right here. Let's place it on there. I think we went for 65 if I remember correctly, and repeat the edge pixels, and let's have a look. And of course we have to have the same crop effect, so Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Let's have a look. And this also creates a lot of dynamism in the shot because we have movement here from this bottom layer. We have movement here, which is from the bottom layer inside of the nest, and we have movement here because it's the top layer. So I kind of like it this way. And also here we can rescale it, but of course we already scaled it here, so let's have a look at our final scale first. It should be, oh no, wait, we rescale it here. What if we did this? Bam! Now we can scale it like this. Let's go back. I actually kind of like this new movement that we created. So we kept the same keyframe in the beginning, but altered the last one. And I think there's another keyframe. Oh, okay, no it isn't. And we altered the last one right here to what it should be, but I like this animation that it's creating. So I think I'm gonna keep it this way. Now, an Instagram story is 15 seconds long, so we have it around 12 now. I think I'm gonna keep it like this. Let's cut it right here. I cut it with C, but you can also just select and, oh wait, it isn't put in here correctly. I think it's normally X, or no, K. I think it's K. I'm not sure what the right keyframe is, but it's to add an edit. Now I'm not sure which key shortcuts are put in this laptop, so I'm just gonna use C, which is the eraser tool right here, and I'm just gonna cut it. Bam. But of course we want it to end nicely, so let's maybe add another couple of frames. There's a drop coming here, so no, we're gonna end it here. Bam, and we're gonna go a bit back in time, and by control clicking we can add a keyframe here, a keyframe here. Let's drag this one down, and let's just place a default transition on this one. Let's zoom out just a bit. Let's let's make the transition a little bit less long. Okay, and when this is happening, I want my logo to appear again. So I'm gonna go back to my project folder. I'm going into my assets, and here I have my logo. I'm gonna place it underneath. I'm gonna cut it, delete the rest. Let's see, my logo is way too big, so I'm gonna put it to 30%, I think. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And what you saw was that it was really abrupt at the end here. It's really harsh. So what we can do is make this just a bit longer. Let's zoom in right here. And we're going to add some reverb on here. And how we can do that is we're going to the window, we're going to the essential sound panel, edit, SFX, and I'm going to add the creative reverb from this here. Now normally this is used for the sound effects, but you can play around with this. And actually this week we're going to, this is a sneak peek by the way, we're going to make a tutorial or post a tutorial about audio. So everything related to audio, and we have a cool sponsor which is an audio plugin. So definitely stay tuned for that. It's going to be launched on Wednesday, of course. So let's add the reverb. Let's have a listen. That's better, but I'm gonna drag this one a little bit here and this one a little bit here as well. This can be longer too. Not too long though. Okay, but the reverb can even be longer than this because we still have some time. We still aren't at the 15 seconds mark. So let's go to this maybe. Let's zoom out. Okay, so once again from the beginning. Okay, so what we have created was a short Instagram story post now, but we can also post it on our channel as well. What we're going to do with this is I'm going to finish it maybe tomorrow, not on the live stream, just during work. And I'm going to post this on the YouTube community page of Premiere Basics and also the Instagram page of cinecom.net. Let me change my thing right here. Bam, now you can see me way more clear. And I'm gonna put this one here as well. I hope you guys really enjoyed the live stream. This was our first one actually, so excuse us for the technical difficulties in the beginning of our live stream. We learned from it, and from this week on, every Monday we're going to try to do a live stream, not always about Instagram. We're gonna do a lot of projects together. It's gonna be 1 hour probably each time, so we're gonna try to do as much as possible in that hour. Today we had some difficulties which took a bit of time, but in the future we're going to make a cool effect in 1 hour or talk about stuff inside Premiere Pro, maybe new stuff that is in the new version of Premiere Pro. I think Jordan is coming here as well. I heard you're coming.
Yeah, how's it going here, guys? So yeah, I was trying to keep up with you in the chat. That was me, by the way. At the same time, I was also editing something.
Thank you, Jordy, for that.
Yeah, for tomorrow's video. Anyways,
Tuesday.
guys, we learned a lot from this live stream. I've read all of your or most of your messages, and I'm aware of some of the issues. So next live stream will be even better. Because by doing it, you gain experience and then you can make things better.
It's just like editing in Premiere Pro. The first time it's really hard, really difficult, but if you follow tutorials and you just practice with it, you learn and you get better.
Exactly. I just want to answer one more question that I wasn't able to do anymore. Someone asks, like, what is the best way to learn Premiere Pro? like which projects should you work on. And I think one thing is very important, and that is to always find a purpose. For example, like don't just shoot random stuff and try to edit with that. Try to film with a purpose. So for example, you go on a hike, try to make a video of you hiking. So that means that you also need to think about the shots you take. Like I need an establishing shot, I need some close-ups. You need some set of shots, and then you can edit that into a finished project. Or whenever you go to an event, like a basketball event, maybe ask if you can film there. That way you have a clear purpose.
You create a short story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Good job, Jill. Everyone, type clap in the chat.
Okay, so that was it for this live stream. I hope to see you guys Wednesday for our new video. And of course, next week, next Monday, on the next live stream.
Yeah,
and hopefully we see Jordy too.
Yeah, I'm always here. I'm always running around behind the scenes.
Great. I'll see you guys next week. And then as always, stay creative.
And now we need to press the end live button. Are we end live?